Hey everyone, I'm Deanna and I'm the founder and owner of Mink Headshot Studios in Austin, Texas. And I've had a couple requests to talk to you a little bit about how to do a Zoom meeting because a lot of us have been kind of stuck at home and working from home and maybe aren't really familiar with how to do, well, that's one thing you don't do is rub your nose, is we're kind of learning the process of how to do remote working, working from home, Zoom meetings, FaceTime, and things like that. And I've had a lot of questions from a photographic point of view on how to look good on a Zoom conference. So let's go ahead and talk about a couple things. I've got some notes over here. So if I look over this way, that's what I'm doing. All right. So the first thing is you want to make sure that your environment is kind of cool. You know, I took some time to set this up and make sure that there was, not a lot of clutter in the background. I don't use my office because frankly, it's upstairs and there's just a lot of camera equipment and it's not really attractive to people who aren't photographers. So anyway, I'm downstairs and one of the main things to do when you are in a Zoom meeting is think about what you're doing. Okay, first thing is to check your lighting. And what I did is I am fortunate enough to have windows on three sides of me and a blank wall in the back. So when you're doing your Zoom meeting, the one thing you want to think about is your lighting, and the best way to have your lighting is to face a window. And I am lucky to face a window, and I have one on this side, and it's far enough away that it's not casting a real strong brightness on the side of my face, which would cause shadows on the other. So just kind of test that out with your iPhone, check it out, make sure you are facing a window, because if you have the window behind you, it's called a backlit scene, and your face will be really dark and you have this bright light behind you and it just won't look very attractive. So have your window in front of you. And another thing is, I'm in Texas and it's cloudy and the weather's really unpredictable right now. So as you can probably see, the light is coming and going. So what I've done, I love this little thing. It's from my favorite lighting company, Westcott. It's a little ring light. And the cool thing about it is you can attach it to your laptop, which is what I did, or you can take your phone and attach it to your phone while you're doing a FaceTime or something. So, oh, that's my husband. Anyway, I love this light. I got it as a swag bag gift at a conference I went to, but there are several available and you can look online and order. It's called a ring light, and I have the clip on, or you can get the kind that you've seen, the beauty lights. And what I do, if you want, you can take a tripod, which I have a full-size one, or you can get a tripod, the little monopod, the little tiny ones that are desktop. And the cool thing about that is if you attach your phone to it, with the ring light, you can also kind of squish, some of them you can squish the legs together and make it a handheld. So you can go, hey, I'm looking really good, doing my FaceTime, here we go. So anyway, that's one thing, get your light great, because if your light isn't good, you're gonna see a lot of shadows, you're not going to be, people are gonna look at you and go, wow, you've got really dark circles, but with the right lighting, you look good. Okay, that's one thing. Another thing is too, which I'm kind of moving too much, but I'm working on a laptop, you wanna keep the camera eye level. Okay, so I'm doing that. I am putting my hands towards the camera and it's going right in my eyes. So you want to keep your camera eye level. And another thing is, a lot of questions I get is, where do I look? Well, I'm looking right into the camera. If you're on a Zoom meeting and you're looking at the people, you're looking at the people, or if you're having a conversation with just one person and you're trying to look in their eyes, see how that is? They don't see you eye to eye. So you want to look into the camera, and that way they see you looking at them, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's two things. Look into the camera, keep your camera eye level. So what I've done is I've got, I tried a TV tray and it was too low, so I put some boxes on it. But right now I have this little desk thing and it took it right up to right level, and I'm sitting on a couch. So there, eye level. You see what you want to see. Okay. So that's the one thing, lighting, camera level. Third thing that I probably got the most questions about is, how do I avoid looking like I'm either nostrils or double chin or the turkey neck thing? So really, those are the three things that really came up, and I've solved all three of those by keeping the camera at eye level, so I'm not like looking down into it, or I'm not, okay, one thing I used to do is like get it real close and just go, you know, or like this. Oh yeah, so if you put the, here we are at eye level, swear to God. If you've got it too low, look at that. No one wants to see your nostrils, even if they're clean, I swear. Don't put the camera too low, or they're gonna be looking into your nostrils and it's not pretty, no matter how clean you keep yourself, okay? So that's, oh, I did another thing. In order to keep my laptop at the right angle to avoid nostrilsville, I put a little pack of Kleenex under my laptop because it just wasn't right. It wasn't perfect, so I stuck some Kleenex under it. There we go. When I first started doing Zoom, I thought, hey man, this is great. I'm gonna, yeah, I'm adjusting it. I'm gonna do this conference on my recliner. And so I took it and I went, oh, this is cool. Hang on one second. I went, oh, this is so great. Oh my God, look at my chin. Oh God, that looks horrible. Oh my God, I gotta lift this up. Okay, so yeah, you don't wanna lean back on your recliner either, because you're gonna have the dreaded double chin. We wanna keep that beautiful and lifted, ladies and gentlemen. Another thing that's kind of a photography trick that a lot of you know, I'm in the headshot crew led by, mentored, and created by Peter Hurley, who is probably the best world's best headshot photographer. He's from New York and he's well known, and he's trained me. And one of the things that we learned was to, sometimes your chin just really can screw you up. Sorry, if I swear, I will donate $1 to your favorite charity if your kids are in the room and they hear it. Sorry, I can't control it sometimes. So anyway, one thing that we learned is to, not this angle, straight onto the camera, take your forehead and push it towards the camera. See this? You don't want to sit there and look back like this on your meeting. You want to put your forehead forward towards the camera. Takes away your chin, your double chin. See, like this? That's not very comfortable, and it's not very flattering. So put your head forward, push your forehead forward. Then you look interesting too. And you look interested. See, no double chin. Pretty cool, huh? Another thing, if you are concerned about your appearance, which I am, I have a dog. Hang on one second. I gotta pause this puppy. I can't. Okay, anyway. Yep, hang on. Hey, I'm back. That's the thing. Another thing about Zoom meetings, try to have your kids, you can't do anything about it, but try to have them occupied. We have a new puppy, and it's kind of occupying me. So anyway, I was going to go through some more attractive positioning for your Zoom meeting. So another thing you may want to avoid doing is when we go like this, we go to the side. See this? Oh, see this thing right here? That's not that attractive. So try to keep, and if you go this way and you like lean and you get this big old things going down the sides of your necks, just try to avoid that. Try to look straight on, look interested, look Cool. Okay, I'm gonna go. I went through no nostrils. And another thing, okay, no out in the fields. This is what I call out in the fields, man. You don't want to be like this, all right? You don't want to be going like, hey, I'm in a Zoom meeting. You can't really see me. You're not even really sure who I am, but I'm way out here and I'm having fun. Try to move the camera. Try to move the camera up. You know, you don't want, on the flip side, you don't want the scary big head thing going on, okay? You don't want to be like, hey, how are you, man? How's it going? Oh, this is fun. Oh my God, this is such a great meeting. Look at my nostrils. Try to keep your head like in the frame, all right? You don't want to, if you're cutting your head off and you're coming like this and you're kind of looking down, then that's not the way to go. Puppy time. Hang on, be right back. Hey there. Well, I guess this just goes to show that there's nothing known as perfection. So I'm going to get going again. All right. So another thing to think about is wear flattering clothing. And this is one of the big questions I got. When I do photography, I ask my people to wear no patterns, no stripes, no logos when you're on camera, just because the patterns can look funky. Logos, you know, unless you work for Nike, don't be wearing Nike logo, okay? It's just not good practice. If you're representing another company, you don't want to, you know, wear the opposite thing. So anyway, that's one thing. So patterns, logos. What I did today, I layered. I kind of like the layered look. You can see, well, you can kind of see. Let's turn the light up. All right, so you can kind of see what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a navy shirt with a kind of a purple jewel tone sweater over it. Layers look good. If you don't like layers, you can just wear kind of a neutral color. I like navy. I like dark gray. I don't like light gray on myself. I can't wear beige. And beige doesn't really show up that well on camera. And my